Alright, hey guys, this is Vale's Let's Play, and welcome to my first, I guess, official video, or Let's Play. So we're starting with a game of Civ 5. It's just a single-player game. I definitely will be doing some multiplayer games in the future, and if people are interested, if any subscribers are interested, well, when I get subscribers, we can definitely do some multiplayer Civ 5 games together. Even though it's slightly buggy, I think it's still doable, especially now that we can save on the Steam cloud, so, but we'll make it work out. So let's go ahead and we're going to do a single player game, and let's set up a game. So first we have to pick our Civ. All of them have a unique unit, a unique building, well, a unique unit or a unique building, plus a unique kind of bonus that they get. So I tend to pick either Rome with a 25% production towards any building that already exists in the capital. That's actually very good, and the ballistas are really good too, especially if you want to go for a domination victory. Caesar is really good for that. The next one that I sometimes pick is either Japan. Japan is extremely good for a domination victory as well, especially if you're wanting to do a lot of battles quickly, because the units fight as though they were at full strength even when damaged. So that means even if they're at 1 health or in the red, they'll still do just as much damage as a unit at full health, which is awesome. The last Civ that I sometimes pick is Ramses for the 20% production towards wonders. That's actually really awesome, especially if you're going for a science victory. Now this is just a classic. I don't have any added DLC, any content, so none of them really give a good kind of specific science victory or science bonus, but Ramses, the wonder construction production bonus, is really good as well. We're gonna go for, I was thinking a science victory, but I feel like a domination victory will be kind of more interesting for the viewers to watch, for you guys to watch. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and pick. I'm thinking Caesar. I really like ballistas for taking cities quickly. So that will be what we'll do. My favorite map is Pangaea. I usually don't like any of the other maps just because I'm not a fan of naval units. So I usually stick with Pangaea, and that seems to be the most interesting because you have a lot of interaction between the civs and the city-states. For size, I'm probably going to go for the large. Well, you know what? Let's do standard. Any large or huge map tends to take a long time after 300 or 400 turns. It tends to take a while. So I'm going to stick with a standard map size. Difficulty, King is fine. AI gets a small advantage, that's alright. And game pace, I'll do some epic game perhaps in the future, but I think those go up to like 750 turns. So just to keep the first video short, I'll go with a standard game. So let's start her up.
The blessings of the gods be upon you, Caesar Augustus, Emperor of Rome and all her holdings. Your empire was the greatest and longest lived of all in Western civilization, and your people single-handedly have shaped its culture, law, art and warfare like none other, before or since. Through years of glorious conquest, Rome came to dominate all the lands of the Mediterranean, from Spain in the west to Syria in the east, and her dominion would eventually expand to cover much of England and northern Germany. Roman art and architecture still awe and inspire the world. and she remains the envy of all lesser civilizations who have followed. O mighty Emperor, your people turn to you to once more reclaim the glory of Rome. Will you see to it that your empire rises again, bringing peace and order to all? Will you make Rome once again center of the world? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
Boy, I hope so. So let's begin our journey. So let's take a quick look around. We were right on the shore. We're on top of a hill, and we've got wine by us and spices and a lot of fish. And we also have a mountain, which is awesome. The mountain will give us the observatory, which will give us 50% production, or 50% science, I'm sorry, in this city, which is really good. So I'm going to go ahead and settle right here. This looks like a really good spot. And it looks like we've got some water over here as well. For my warrior, let's go ahead and just bring it out there. And we're going to choose production. Because we're going for a domination victory, you think we'd start with a warrior, but I'm actually going to start with a monument. That we can get some culture going, and hopefully get our social policies that much quicker. We're of course going to go down the honor tree. So let's go ahead and get our research. Let's go ahead and start with archery and get some archers in production too. Next turn. The turns at the beginning usually go pretty quick, so next turn. We have a lot of forest. A lot of forest. Next turn. Okay. And we'll just briefly explore with our warrior around the area. We don't want to put our warrior too far away from our city, just in case there's any barbarians nearby. You want to equip yourself with advanced weapons found in the ruins. Awesome, so we got spearmen now. And we met Bismarck.
Des großen deutschen Volkes heiße ich euch willkommen.
You don't have anything for us, so... Alright, let's go down here and this way. Okay, let's choose production. Now I'm going to go with a scout. The scout will allow us to, well, it will allow us to scout out any of the nearby civs. That way we can plan our attack and see which one we want to attack first. For research, we're going to go down kind of the lower section here, the research tree. So let's go for mining next. And it needs orders. Let's go this way. I feel like I'm right on a peninsula, but we'll have to explore a little bit. Let's go back up, just in case. The most important thing to do is to make sure you have your bearings early on in the game. Let's start sending our scout out. Okay, it looks like we're right on a peninsula here. Next, let's start building a worker. Now we're going to want to start pumping out military units, but I think for right now we're safe to definitely build a worker to start. Alright. Yep, yeah, we are. Okay. So let's send our spearmen kind of near our city, and we'll send the scout out to do a lot of the scouting now instead. We're going to pick up the honor tree, which gives us a 25% bonus to barbarians. And we gain culture for each barbarian we kill. It doesn't look like we have any barbarians around us, but that may change. Because the barbarians are added kind of in the game just randomly, so... Next turn. Let's just sit him right on top of this hill. We'll send our scout out. And I normally set the scout on automate, but sometimes I'll never set my workers out on automate, only because the workers, they tend to, if they're on automate, they tend to not finish some improvements. Sometimes improvements are built in the wrong places and whatnot, so I prefer to just manually do it, and it's not really a big deal. It only takes another, it only takes a little bit per turn, and it makes sure that your cities are improving efficiently. And for my scout, those I'll sometimes put on automate. Let's go with bronze working. I'll sometimes put my scouts on automate, but usually when they're on automate, they run into barbarian encampments and end up dying, so you could just fortify on top of that hill. So I'd like to manually do it nowadays. I used to automate them, but I found everyone I sent out would just die to barbarians, so... Next turn. And there's our first encampment. It's pretty far away, we don't have to worry about it. He may send a warrior up to our city, but that's nothing to be too afraid of. Next turn. Okay, I think that's Germany. I'm pretty sure. It looks like it. Yeah. So it looks like Germany is going to be our first civ that we're going to dominate. Alright, let's send my... I like to stick on the outsides, so I'm going to cut through. And let's go for... I don't actually have any place that I can build a farm right now, which is going to be a problem for growing our city. Except for the fish. So what I may want to do is rush, or at least invest in sailing, so I can get those workboats going. I guess for now we'll just set the worker out there. He can't really do anything, unfortunately, right now, I don't think. So we'll just have him sit there until we get some improvements on our tiles, or until we get some more research. So for honor, we can either go down this path or down the warrior code. I think I'm going to do... we want both. They're both really good, but I think the warrior code is going to be good right now, because that'll help us pump out more melee units quicker. And let's send you to the shore. And I suppose we can build a mine, but we don't actually have anywhere that way it would be... we'll lose a little bit of food, but let's go ahead and do that. We'll end up chopping down, I think, and there's our general, yeah. We'll end up chopping down the trees, but that's alright, because we have plenty of forest to go around. Looks like those were the barbarians from down here. So we dodged a bullet there, and we met our first city-state. Well, in just a minute. Most well-fed people. We're kind of about average, which is fine. Quebec. We're not the first ones to meet them, but we got 15 gold, and they have got dyes nearby. I think we've got wine, but we don't have any dyes, so we may want to pick up. We may want to pick up an ally, them as an ally.